Hello everyone, Noel Jerome Noel here. Thank you for coming to myfinancialconcerns.com. Today I'm going to show you the simple secret of turning your $2,000 to $500,000. But before we are going to go and dive into that one, let me just show you a quick overview of what it looks like with the retirement population in Canada. Right now in Canada, 91% of the people are retiring broke, earning just a meager income of $21,000 a year and even declining. Reasons behind: lowered company pension and CPP difficulties. Lowered company pension, a lot of companies right now are just taking contractors. They're not taking any staff. They don't want anything that they would like to contribute on your CPP or pension plans or whatever. CPP also, on the other hand, had been having some difficulties sometimes, and it had never been resolved yet. No wonder we only have 2% that are financially independent. Now, what if there is a way that an average individual will be able to go from that 91% to 2%? How would you feel moving from that 91% to the 2% group? Isn't it everyone's dream? As we know, there is this tradition. Traditionally, we go to the banks, insurance companies, and trust companies. That is, we want to place our earned money into their care. We don't mind how much they're gonna give us back as long as we feel it is safe, right? But did we ever reap a good return on those investments? I don't think so. Most people who had done this tradition never really earned as well. And that had been going on forever, for hundreds of years. Now, are you going to follow the same path? What if you know the real strategy? The real strategy is that learning how money works. Instead of relinquishing your money to institution, you learn how money works to make more money for you. There is this wise man who used to say, teach people correct principles and let them govern themselves. If you know that right principle, do you think you'll be able to create your own financial future? How do you like that? What if you can do the following? You will learn to take control of your own money from banks, trust companies, insurance companies, who have not been teaching us the best ways to manage it. The key here is control. Would you agree that if we have more control of our own money, we'd have more control of our lives? But what does that one really mean? If you are going to see an advertisement that looks like this, supercharge your savings for 2%, would you take it? How about this? A GIC for 12 months, 1.88%, or a TFSA for 2%. Well, most of the people that I ask about this one, they would turn back to me and say, well, it's better than nothing. Well, I guess so. If, on the other hand, you won't get anything and at least here comes somebody offering you 2%, I think, yeah, maybe it's really better than nothing. Now let's see. Beware of this danger. Beware of companies that control our own money. Why is that? You know, at the very beginning, when we were young, we have been always told that if we have a little bit of money, okay, where do we place them? In a piggy bank, right? Now we're big boys and big girls. We place them in big banks. And the bank, on the other hand, will give us a return of around 2%, 6% at the most. But uh, Advertisement shows that it seems that they would like to give you only 2%. But what are they doing with your own money? Are they going to let it just, you know, rest in the vault doing nothing? No. Give it back to you in the form of mortgage, credit card, auto loan, making them an 8% return. At the same time, they also invest the rest in global economy, stocks, equities, hiring a professional money manager to basically control that amount of money, making them 12% plus return. On an average, financial industry makes 12% plus on the money that you place in those vaults. The key to financial success is take control. Make our money work for us. Hey, just like the way banks and life insurance companies, right? Make our money work for us, not for them. And this is what financially successful people have been doing all along. And I think this is now the key. How to turn your $2,000 into $500,000. I'm not sure if you've heard about this. But maybe this is what we call the ninth wonder of the world. Others, they call this one the magic of compound interest. They also call this one as the rule of 72. You divide 72 with the rate of return. Let's say you have a 3% rate of return. So 72 divided by 3, it means 24. 24 years. Your money doubles in 24 years. Now, if you have a 6% rate of return, 72 divided by 6, so your money doubles every 12 years. If you have a 12% rate of return, your money doubles every 6 years. Let's take a look at this. So, supposing you're 21 years old, you place your money $2,000. The next 24 years, basically that money becomes $4,000. And the next 24 years, when you are about to retire, that's $8,000. But do you think you can actually retire with an $8,000? I don't think so, right? Now look at this. This is the saddest part because this is even 3% rate of return. But most of the people are putting their money in a 2% rate of return and even less. How can you retire? Now let's go back, or not go back, but let's take a look at 6% rate of return. The same amount of money, 2%. Not 2%, but $2,000, sorry. So, age 45, that same $2,000 turned into $8,000. But because it is doubling every 12 years, look at this. At age 69, that same $2,000 is now $32,000. It quadruples actually the initial amount. But what if I have a 12% rate of return? Look at that. $500,000. Guys, even if the bank gives you back $32,000, you still have $480,000. So you might say, okay, the bank gets 12%, I get 6%, half for me, half for them. It's not really half for you, half for them. Look at the difference. Even if they give you that 6% rate of return for $32,000, they are keeping the $480,000 something. Now, will it hurt if you could at least get back maybe a portion of that $480,000? How sweet is that, right? If you just place your money in the savings account or checking account, you're just making the bank rich and not you. It's time to take control. It's your own money, guys. So we go back into this advertisement. Would you take this? For a 2% rate of return, there's really nothing that you can get, especially if the inflation rate is like around 3%. But this is why banks want to control our own dollar savings. They give us only at least 2% and they keep the difference. But sad to say, right now, $5 trillion had been invested by the 91% group into the above products offered by the banks, insurance companies, and trust companies. They put the pensions, RSP, life insurance, savings, and so on and so forth, giving them only 2% rate of return and even less. Are you one of them? Our message: there are ways that you and I, the average consumers, can get 12% plus. It's been done since the turn of the century by everybody, but the 91% have not been taught how to do it. Do you have pension? Is your pension earning you 12% rate of return? Start looking at it. Come on, dig up your documents. How would you like to achieve the 12%? Sign up for the free FNA, free financial need analysis, to help you achieve this thing. You can email us at info@myfinancialconcerns.com. How about RSP? Do you have a retirement plan? Is it earning you a 12% rate of return, or is it so low that it may not reach your ultimate freedom goal? How do you like achieving this 12% rate of return? Sign up for the free FNA to learn how you can do this. info@myfinancialconcerns.com. How about life insurance? Oh, a lot of people are actually spending too much of their life insurance. Are you paying so high with your insurance with less coverage? What if you could pay 30 to 70% less for a high coverage and invest the difference in 12% rate of return? How do you like that? Sign up for the free FNA to learn how you can do this. info@myfinancialconcerns.com. Mortgage. If you could cut your payments in half and either pay your debt 6 to 7 years quicker, what impact will it be for you? Sign up for the free FNA to learn how to do this. info@myfinancialconcerns.com. How about taxes? How would you like to have $2,000 to $6,000 back from your taxes? It's a free money you can invest on a 12% rate of return. How does it feel like having that money? Sign up for the free FNA to learn this, how you can do this. Guys, in order to be able to reach your financial goal, it's just like having a road map. Whenever you're going to go somewhere, what do you need to have? You need to have some sort of map so that it tells you, or let's say a navigation system, so that you will know exactly where you're heading. The same thing also with our finances. If you do not know exactly what you are looking forward to, you won't be able to reach it. And the only way to know about that is to have your own financial need analysis. And that number that sits on top of the stool is what we call FIN number, your financial independence number. Your financial independence number is your number that you need to hit in order to be able to retire comfortably. And there are 3 variables that you need to take control with: the income protection, debt elimination, and investment. If you want to learn more about this thing, how you'll be able to take control of all these 3 variables, get your free financial need analysis today. Sign up with our free financial need analysis and we'll help you out get your fin number, and will help you structure out also your finances. Again, thank you very much for coming to myfinancialconcerns.com. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Sign up now. There's a button below. You want to know your fin number? Get your free financial need analysis. Okay? Cheers and have a good one. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot something. If you have a $250 and you start contributing that one today, at the end of 36 years, that $250 invested on a 12% rate of return would actually bring you $2.16 million. How sweet is that? Okay? Have a good one, guys, and take care. Bye-bye.